This is quite a time in America. This is exactly like the post-George Floyd riots. There is a percentage of American young people that want to riot, that gives their meaningless lives meaning. That is all it is about. It gives them community. They have no community. They have nothing. Virtually none are married. They don't have anything. They don't have religion. They don't have marriage. They don't have meaning. They don't have a country that they adore or even identify with. I read to you yesterday about how many campuses they substituted the Palestinian flag for the American flag and cheered. And some foolish non-Jews think it's a Jewish issue. It's like foolish non-Jews thought Hitler was a Jewish issue. They hate you, dear American Christian, dear American who loves America. They hate you just as much as they hate Israel. It has nothing to do with Israel. It's an excuse to riot and give their empty lives meaning. That's what it is about. The search for meaning is the greatest search in human life. People need meaning more than they need anything but food, even more than sex. As powerful as the sexual drive is, there are people who have little or no sex and are happy. There is no one with little or no meaning who is happy. The left has created this chaos and the meaninglessness. People with meaningless lives are leftists because the left fills the void. That's what I have spoken about all of my life. It was obvious to me when I was at Columbia in the 1970s, a half century ago. The same stuff. They're just more brazen today. They used to take over dean's offices and president's offices. Now they take over whole campuses. And the faculty, or many in the faculty, support them. One of the reasons that presidents and deans are cowards is because they're afraid of their faculty. There's already a push to get rid of the president of Barnard College because she has demanded that they disband their encampment at the college. And I believe she has called in the police. So amazing how you can desecrate our university. You can do all sorts of damage to Hamilton Hall at Columbia, but we can't call in the police for reasons that I'm not quite sure. About half of the protesters, by the way, are not even students. They're the people who, in many cases, organized George Floyd riots. Let me read to you from this New York Times piece because this is a big giveaway. For many, the issues are closer to home and at the same time much bigger and broader in their eyes. The Gaza conflict is a struggle for justice linked to issues that seem far afield. They say they are motivated by policing, mistreatment of indigenous peoples, discrimination toward black Americans, and the impact of global warming. That's right. That's what's motivating them. Wow. So the Palestine cause is a cause of loathing of America and the West. That's what it is. You can deny it because it's easy to believe what one wants to believe as opposed to what is true. Struggle for justice. Discrimination toward black Americans. Wow. really rough to be a black American because of white supremacy, right? Really rough. So 4 million blacks who moved here from Africa and the Caribbean in the last few decades must be just stupid. Move to a place where you will be discriminated against. It's a gigantic lie. The left is the world of the lie. From Men Give Birth to discrimination toward black Americans as some endemic feature of black American life. Let me ask you a question. If you were to apply to almost any job in this country and you could put down race and thereby maximize your chance of being hired, do you think it would be better to put down black or white? In interviews, the language of many protesters was also distinctive. This is so important. Students freely salted their explanations with academic terms like intersectionality. A victory for the left, my friends. This is perfect. They are brainwashed, frightening, zombie-like, loathsome creatures. That's what the left has produced. These are the dead walking, or the walking dead. Intersectionality, colonialism, and imperialism. Yes, where exactly is imperialism taking place today? I'm trying to think. Colonialism, wow. All to make their case that the plight of Palestinians is a result of global power structures that thrive on bias and oppression. Yes. Nothing beats feeling oppressed. Yeah. You know how often I will ask Sean in the morning, "How are you, Sean?" And he'll say, "Feel great. I'm oppressed." The delight in his eyes. There's a light in his eyes over being oppressed. The birds are singing, the sun is shining, and he's oppressed. I am repeating his words. Quote, they quote Katie Roof, a female. Shocking! A first-year student at Cornell University. As an environmentalist, we pride ourselves on viewing the world through intersectional lenses. Woe unto the parent whose child says intersectional lenses. You have lost your beloved child. Your child has become a zombie. No normal human being uses the term intersectional lenses. Climate justice is an everyone issue. It affects every dimension of identity. God, is she pathetic. Oh, it's so sad. Yeah. 75 years ago, she'd be preoccupied with her studies and getting married. Might have attended church that Sunday. Would have been a happier, much happier human being. For the full episode of The Dennis Prager Show, go to pragertopia.com, sign up, and become a full member.